Hello and welcome back to my channel. Ignore my hair, it's a mess. I've tried to look cute, but it didn't work, okay? Today is like a super exciting video. Like, I can't even begin to explain how excited I am for this video. Today I will be demoing and testing the Fenty Beauty concealer and the setting powder. I also have the foundation and it's one of my favourites. I'm not going to say too much. If you want to see what these two look like on an acne prone skin, just keep on watching. I have not used the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in a very long time. So what I'm going to do is shake it well. It's like almost empty. I do love this foundation. I'm going to take 4 small pumps. The pump in this is quite good because you can almost do like a half a pump. I've actually never tested this out on my channel, but I do really like it. And the smell is amazing. Why is this foundation going really patchy all of a sudden? It never used to do that on me. What's going on? I've applied the Murad, the little treatment thing, last night, and because there's like dry skin around my spot, it just doesn't want to. Can't deal with this. I'm going to take this off and try again. Okay, I have no idea what happened there with just how it looked and how it separated. I have not used this foundation in a very long time. It could be that it just sat and it wasn't used for a very long time. Probably have not used it in like 6 months, I want to say. It looks a bit cakey. I've never noticed that before. It doesn't actually want to build all that much. It peels the layer underneath, so I'm very surprised to see that. But today is not about the foundation. I will have to like wear it again tomorrow because I'm very surprised. I used to love this foundation and it's doing this on me. It's very bizarre. But let's get into the concealer. The shade I got for myself is 120, just like the foundation, purely because I remembered the foundation was slightly too light for me, and it is just ever so slightly too light. So I think the concealer, because it's full coverage, or it's supposed to be full coverage, I didn't want it to brighten my eyes too much. Instant Photo Soft Coverage for all long wear, light as air and crease proof. I highly doubt it's crease proof. I have very deep wrinkles under my eyes, so doubt it, but we'll see. I find it adorable that it's pretty much the same. It's just like a mini version of the foundation. However, now I look at it, the foundation seems to be a lot more yellow, and I definitely do have 120 in the foundation, and I definitely have 120 in the concealer. I mean, yeah, they look pretty similar. I think the foundation, which is this one, is slightly bit more yellow, whereas this seems a very light orange. I know it seems bizarre, but that's what it looks like. No additional scent. It only smells like makeup. And so far, it feels very much like Catrice Liquid Camouflage. Okay, it goes a long way. Let me see if it really is crease proof. So I'm tapping it in really well under my eyes, and I will leave it for a couple of minutes before I do set it. It has a medium coverage. I can still see like the blue hue underneath. Actually, I'm going to do this eye first, powder it, and then you can just see the difference. The concealer has creased a lot. However, I set every concealer that I own. I hear you can build it. Let's try it. Foundation doesn't want to build today, but maybe the concealer will. I mean, I'm not blown away by it, but it doesn't look bad. What did it say? Light as air. I don't think it's light as air. Now I've put the second layer on, it does feel like I'm wearing something there. It could be because it hasn't set. It doesn't set to a matte finish like the foundation does. It's still quite creamy under the eye. So let's set. I got the Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Butter, colour that was suggested for my shade range.
Light as air setting, full soft finish for all. Apply with powder puff setting brush to set foundation, concealer and contour.
So pretty much the same. Ooh, smells like the foundation. But it's a lot less fragrant than the foundation. See, I creased again. Like I said, my creases under my eyes are very, very deep. They always have been, but it looks good. So let's set it. I'm going to change my sponge. This is a lot more wet. Let's do it. I never bake. I only set. Today will be no exception. Ooh. Okay. I think the powder has some coverage. I'm now just taking my wet sponge and dabbing it on top. Wow. I mean, it looks smooth. It looks set, but it looks very heavy. No, I was so excited for all of this. No. I don't want it to be bad. Because the powder is £24. It just feels very, very heavy. It feels like I've baked and I haven't. I'm going to put one layer of concealer under my eye and see if that will help the heavy feeling. I mean, it does feel less drying and heavy. I've put one layer of concealer on and a very thin layer of powder, and it does feel and looks a lot better. What do you think? 2 layers of concealer and heavy powdering, or 1 layer of concealer and 1 thin layer of powder, like a veil of powder? And I've set this one immediately. I didn't wait for it to set a little bit by itself. I like this side so much better. This is tough. I really don't know what to think. I might film tomorrow again and then just mash the two and like have 2 first impressions, because I can't make my mind up. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, get on with the day, and I'll see you tomorrow to compare this concealer to my regular routine, because I think that's the best way to compare the two. I personally, as of now, don't have, like, it doesn't look bad, but I don't think it looks better than my regular makeup. It looks a little bit heavier. The foundation, I don't know what happened today, like it just didn't want to work, and I think that kind of set off on the wrong foot with the foundation, and I was already disappointed how this review was going because of the foundation. So I think I will use a different foundation. I shall see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 2 of this review. This has to be one of the hardest reviews that I ever made, because it's so difficult to come to a conclusion. By the way, shout out to my amazing bridal makeup look and just a regular old t-shirt. Can you believe I didn't even film this? If you would like to see a tutorial on this look, make sure to leave me a comment down below. I wore my makeup yesterday as normal, and I was surprised to see that the side where I put 1 layer of concealer on looked flawless all day. I wore my makeup for about 10 hours. I looked oily in my T-zone, as I always do, but my under eyes looked amazing. The under eye that had 2 layers of concealer on did crease a little bit. Today what I did was put my current favourite foundation, and I'm devastated to find out that the Catrice Made to Stay Makeup 24-hour foundation has been discontinued. I've put this on, and I wanted to compare Fenty concealer to what I usually do on a daily basis, Therefore, I took my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I found that consistency wise they are very, very similar. Fenty is a little bit more creamy, a little bit more thick. It does blend out to a better coverage. I gave it 3 minutes to settle into my skin. I do not agree with Fenty claim that this concealer is crease proof because it only took me 3 minutes to crease. However, I personally crease with any concealer. What I also did was set my Catrice Liquid Camouflage with RCMA no colour powder because that's what I always do, and I've tried to use the exact same amount of the Fenty powder to set my Fenty side. I found that RCMA felt a lot more comfortable, a lot thinner. It set my concealer very well. Fenty powder did set my under eye really, really well. However, it felt very, very heavy. I must say this, and I found that to be the case yesterday. After about an hour, that feeling of heavy under eye goes away. That's why it's such a difficult review for me. On one hand, it does feel very, very heavy under the eye. However, that feeling does go away after a while and then it just looks absolutely flawless. I wore this makeup for about an hour now. Fenty side looks just slightly bit better than my regular Catrice Liquid Camouflage RCMA powder side. It doesn't feel heavy anymore. It's settled into my skin. I think it might be the warmth of my skin heated up the powder on top and it meshed the concealer and the powder together, and it does look really, really good. Because I've compared the two, my regular makeup routine to the concealer from Fenty, I actually really, really like it, and that's exactly what I needed. Review wasn't conclusive yesterday. I wanted to give this another try. The powder, it has more body to it. Initially when you put it on, it does feel a lot different to what just a regular thin layer of RCMA feels like. Therefore, I was like, am I going crazy? This doesn't feel comfortable. I need to try it again, because all of a sudden I'm questioning my own standards and my own skin. Would I recommend this concealer and powder? It's good. The concealer is £19. It is full coverage. It is very nice. I like it. That's my conclusion. I do like it. I will use it. You just need to get used to it. That's all. That's why it's so difficult to make first impressions on it. Powder, similar thing. For £24 you get tons in this, and it just looks so pretty. And again, I will definitely use this. I hope you don't mind the format of this review. I hope you have enjoyed this review. Make sure to let me know down below what your thoughts are. What do you think? Do I look good in this concealer? Should I use it more? I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.